We got a real crime stopper today because he can identify the real crime. We got a real helper today. Well, let's get ready to bring him on and let's let him know that we love him. Let's let him know that we want him. Let's let him know that we are happy that he is in the city of Philadelphia. I bring before you.
It's T.Y. the Rhyme.
There's no one on this planet that can stop me.
I'm tired of being a public defender for black people.
Listen to me.
It is the level of resistance that we must begin to look for among our people. Pick up that threat and do what has to be done so that our people will survive. Three things. First,
T.Y. the Rhyme.
T.Y. the Rhyme, Illadelphiaradio.
We have a mayor race coming up soon, and always ask the question, why do you vote? The government allows us to partake in their tricks at a young age of 18 with no clue as to how the system works. We are encouraged to pick a side, red, blue, Democrat, Republican, Crip, Blood. The entire American system of politics was created by psychopaths. And by voting, you are asking them to govern our lives. The crime in Philly is sickening. I used to hear how our people would blame the white man because of the white man, he has these problems. Because of the white man, we're having issues. Why do you vote? At some point, we must look within and say, why are we stealing, robbing, murdering each other? Who's to blame for this? Who controls the poor elements in the city? Who's controlling the guns that seem to appear in the hands of children? There will be 10 or 11 candidates running to be the next mayor of Philadelphia. Let's go over their names and their statements, and let's see what's headed down the road for the people of Philadelphia. We have Alan Dom. Dom, who has made his name in real estate, resigned from city council in August. In November, Dom announced his run for mayor. He said he wanted to run for mayor after constituents told him they did not feel safe in the city. I understand that. Nobody feels safe in the city. Philadelphia is the poorest big city in the country, he said. We are staring down the highest murder rate in our history. Too many people don't feel safe in their homes, their cars, or our transit systems and streets. Too many residents and businesses lack the basic opportunities necessary to thrive in our communities. But while the challenges we face are great, so too is the opportunity we have to be the city our people deserve. That's Alan Dom's statement, right? Now we got Derek Green. What is Derek Green saying? Derek Green was an at-large council member since 2015. He was previously an assistant district attorney in the city of the federal prosecutor in Delaware. For more than a decade, he was special counsel for former council member Marion Tasca. In his campaign announcement, he said citizens need to expect more from the city and deserve better. I have no idea what expect more and deserve better means. That's a gray area. You can go several ways with that. Next, we have Helen Jim. Helen Jim, former city council member, joined the race of Philadelphia mayor in late November. Jim stepped down from the Philadelphia City Council, where she served 6 years as an at-large council member. In her announcement, Jim said on her first day, she would declare a state of emergency and focus all city departments on community safety. We gotta stop right here for a minute, man. She's saying she would declare a state of emergency and focus all city departments on community safety. In Philadelphia, or the state of Pennsylvania, there are 10 possible emergencies that can be declared as a state of emergency. There's 10 of them. First is floods, fire, winter storms, tropical storms, and thunderstorms, influenza, hazardous material incidents, earthquakes and landslides, nuclear threats, dam failures, and the final one, terrorism. Terrorism is defined as the use of violence and intimidation to achieve a goal. Terrorists typically plan their attacks in a way that gets the greatest publicity, for it causes and creates massive fear among the public. Acts of terrorism include threats of terrorism, assassination of important people, kidnappings, hijackings, like taking over a vehicle, bomb scares and bombings, cyber attacks that are computer-based, and the use of chemical, biological, nuclear, and radiological weapons. Terrorism is a criminal act that is planned in advance. To stop this, we all need to be aware and take steps to prepare in advance. That is the Philadelphia's state of emergency protocol for declaring a state of emergency. It has to be one of these 10. The only one that Helen Jim can be talking about is terrorism. Okay, who are the terrorists? I want to take a crack at this and say it's boys of color between the ages of 16 and 30. Okay? Other than that, I see nothing as far as a state of emergency being announced for the city of Philadelphia. So the target is the young black males 16 to 30. I see no other terrorists there. Next we have David O. The only Republican, a former city council member, joined the race in February during a news conference at the National Constitution Center. O resigned from Philadelphia City Council to run for mayor. He's one of just 2 Republicans on the council. Next we have Cheryl Parker. Cheryl Parker, a former council member and state representative, says she will crack down on drug sales in Kensington, as if they're not selling drugs in West, North, or South Philly. She's going to crack down on drug sales in Kensington. In a Twitter thread after a forum on gun violence, Parker says she is opposed to a proposed safe injection site, wants to update the police department's forensic capabilities and increase the number of body-worn cameras in the department. I don't know how this will stop crime or how this will deter crime from happening just by the police having body cameras. I don't know. But she apparently thinks this will work, and also having, crack down on the drug sales in Kensington. Next we have Maria Quinones Sanchez. Sanchez was in council representing the 7th District, which includes the Kensington neighborhood. And we all know what the Kensington neighborhood looks like today, right? Okay. After working in former council member Angel Ortiz's office, she led the educational organization Aspire. During her tenure, Aspire opened the city's first bilingual charter school. Yeah, that's cool. All right. According to her campaign website, Sanchez has a public safety plan. Here we go with this public safety. That includes better lit city streets and crackdowns on illegal garbage dumping. She pledges to include a civilian chief financial officer and increase fiscal accountability. Next, we have Warren Bloom. Bloom, a lifelong resident of the city, said he ran for mayor after consulting with his pastor, oh boy, friends and family, and some neighbors. On his campaign website, he says he's running for stronger public schools and better wages. Can someone tell me, please, how the hell do you have stronger public schools and better wages for who? For all or for certain people? Yeah, here we go. Next, we have Almond Brown. State Rep Almond Brown announced his mayoral campaign in December of 22. Brown has been vocal about public safety and security. In June, after the mass shootings at Robb Elementary School in Texas, Brown called for increased funding for security cameras and door upgrades at Philadelphia public schools. Here's my thing with this. How the hell are you installing security cameras and upgrading the doors in these schools and then shutting half of them down because of asbestos? You got me, right? He has also been outspoken about illegal ATVs and dirt bikes, calling for a state law that would allow police to immediately destroy seized vehicles instead of sending them to auction. That's what we're focusing our attention on. ATVs and dirt bikes, security cameras and door upgrades. Next, we have Jeff Brown, who owns several ShopRite stores in the area, announced his campaign in November. He has no government experience, but said he is running to help improve the city and make it safer. He has received an endorsement from Transport Workers Union Local 234. The union, with 5,300 members, is the largest representing SEPTA workers. Jeff has a vision. Jeff has a vision for helping to make Philadelphia safe. Here we go. Everybody's trying to make Philadelphia safe and prosperous by supporting unions and small businesses, while ensuring the city is providing the quality services Philadelphians need and deserve. The union said in a news release, while many others are running for mayor, Jeff is the one we trust to bring about needed change. Okay. Jimmy DeLone, former city municipal court judge, officially announced his campaign in late November. He spent 34 years as a judge before retiring in 2021. His campaign website says he wants to bring about positive change in the city. I don't know how you bring about positive change. What's the change? Change from what to what? Come on, Jimmy. You gotta break that down for me. Next, Rebecca Reinhardt. Rebecca Reinhardt launched her campaign for Philadelphia mayor in late October. On that same day, she also resigned from her position as Philadelphia City Controller. Reinhardt emphasized the urgency of addressing the city's gun violence crisis in her campaign launch. So we have 10 to 11 candidates running for mayor. The last one I'm not going to name, not sure about the brother. And the main focus here is safety in the city. How are we going to bring about safety in the city?